Welcome back to the green yard. It is once again a cold January day, and we're doing another one of our pruning videos here in the green yard. You'll notice that I'm really focusing this year on kind of that rejuvenation, resetting a lot of my trees. I'm trying to focus on the trees that I have as opposed to just planting a bunch of new ones, because I really want to get some fruit this year. I really want to see some flowers. I want to see them reach their full potential, and taking care of them, trimming them, not necessarily adding a whole bunch more trees is what helps to reset a lot of our trees, helps them be successful with producing that fruit or those flowers, and really just overall being a healthy, mature tree. And a lot of our trees now are actually getting to the point where they're starting to reach maturity. I have my Royal Empress tree that's right next to you here. Definitely a big, larger tree. Actually has flowers for the first time at the top of the tree. And then, of course, the reason why we're here in the front yard of the green yard is because of this Pakistani mulberry tree. It is time to prune this tree. I mentioned before that it was on the other side of the fence, and I took it out of the ground last spring, and I actually moved it here to this side of the fence. It did actually great with the move, which was awesome, but it got a lot of damage in here, and you'll notice it's all kind of like it's intertangled with each other, and it's all just kind of all over the place. So a nice prune would really help it to thin it out. Definitely in the middle, we want to get more airflow, more sunlight in there to help promote that fruit growth. It also hasn't fruited yet, so maybe a nice trim might help promote that fruit growth too. So let's go ahead and let's trim this Pakistani mulberry. Here we go. So this is actually the first year that it has mostly defoliated. You can see there's a few leaves still here in the back, but it has been definitely cold this year. They were originally predicting for kind of a warmer year. Nope, it actually reached 32 degrees yesterday in the green yard, which is not fun for me or any of the plants really, except for our stone fruit. They're loving it. This mulberry tree is definitely loving it, but you can see some of that damage that I'm talking about here. That's from when it was on the other side of the wall and actually used to rub against the wall. So I definitely need to take this branch out. Now, through my research, since this is my first time trimming this mulberry tree, through my research, definitely don't want to make a lot of trims, but at the same time I need to really clear out this center, make sure that a lot of these branches aren't crisscrossing, like these two over here are crisscrossing. We don't want that. We want more of a open structure. It does have three main branches, kind of these two that start off, and then this guy splits. So I like that structure, but we definitely need to trim it up. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with the overall structure of the tree, cut off any branches that are crisscrossing. Then I'm going to clean up the middle, and lastly I'm going to take a little bit off the top of the tree. The reason is because I want this tree for fruit production. That's what's going to make it work. So I went ahead and trimmed it here. Definitely not the best trim I've ever done. When I last year took it out of the ground and brought it over here, I ended up pollarding it, which I didn't really want to do. Basically just chopping off the tops like this and then letting it grow out. I didn't want to do that, but that's what I did inadvertently last time. So when I got in here and started to look at it and kind of look at the structure and the shape and everything, I realized that it's already been done once. It kind of needs that shape again, just because it's already been done once. There was also a lot of damage. I didn't realize how much damage there was on the tree, probably from moving it last time, as well as you know, it rubbing against the wall and just types of injuries here and there. So there were a lot of damaged branches that had, you know, these injuries. So I ended up having to cut a lot of these upper branches. Ended up being really damaged. So it just made more sense to, you know, pollard the tree and cut off those damaged branches, give it a better chance to grow and thrive next year. I know some people don't like doing it like this. I know some people don't like trimming it like this. This is just how it ended up working for my tree, so I can keep it small enough where I can actually reach all the fruit. Even as it is, there are a couple of these branches up here where there's no way that I can reach it, but we'll figure, you know, share some of that fruit, give it to the birds. Birds need to eat too, so I'm definitely okay with that. But just a small prune on our Pakistani mulberry. I actually need to do a little bit more. I just noticed right here there's definitely some injury here as well, so I'm gonna have to trim this branch off too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to that. Very short episode today. As always though, live green, plant lots, and of course have fun. We'll see you guys next time.